Hi everybody, welcome back. It's day 17, flow. Steve's joining us again today. Let's get started.
Yoga Pants and Plants. 30 Days of Compassionate Yoga is an invitation to journey toward being in the present moment, an opportunity to emulate the way nature lives in the moment. Be like a plant. Don't worry how you look. Notice how you sense and respond, like the way a tree reaches for the sun or a source of water. Nourish yourself with movement and stillness. Allow compassion to flourish for a little bit of time every day. Day 17, Flow. Begin today with a breath practice to aid in relaxation. Find a tall, upright posture, either seated, on the floor, or in a chair. Inhale as if breathing from the earth. Feel an upward pull to the top of the head. Exhale down, inviting the muscles and fascia to soften in the abdomen and settle in the belly as it expands on the next inhale. Ask yourself if you can feel expansion and contraction in the belly on the next breath. As you continue to breathe, the breath flows. Can you feel it on your body? As you continue to breathe, the breath flows. Can you feel it on your side body? Can you breathe and bring energy that is even from side body to side body, from belly to spine, from pelvis to shoulders? Invite gravity to soften the shoulders and jaw. Invite yourself to find more ease in your being right now. Expand your presence. Invite your energy to fill this space, to reach out and connect beyond this space, to be full of compassion in this moment. You are connected to all things seen and unseen. Your compassion fills unseen connections and nourishes you. When you feel complete with this centering practice, fold a beach towel or a thin blanket in the accordion fold. Start with the long edge of the blanket parallel to the long edge of your mat. Fold it in half. Take the edge that is closest to you and fold it to the imaginary center line, halfway between the edge that is closest to you and the other edge parallel to you. Bring the other edge over the top of the folded part, then finally make a final fold from the side that is closest to the other side. You have a blanket that is folded between 5 to 6 inches wide. While sitting on your mat, stretch your legs long and pull the blanket right up next to your body. Lay down on your back on the mat and pull the blanket so it goes up past your head and down the side of your arm and down your leg. Roll in the opposite direction of the blanket and bring it under your spine. Your head will be on the blanket as it runs all the way down under your tailbone. Place your feet in an effortless rest position to add stability. At any time this feels uncomfortable, you can remove the blanket. You can do the exploration without the blanket. After all this work to set it up, take a few breaths to sink into quiet time of non-doing. Gently move your arms away from the body in a cactus pose position if that feels comfortable. Feel free to adjust your arms if needed for the arch and flatten exploration. Contract the muscles of your low back by tilting your tailbone toward the floor. Your low back will slightly arch and lift. Your bottom will remain on the blanket. As you release this arch, slowly and consciously relax the low back muscles as much as possible. Contract your abdominal muscles by drawing your chest down toward your pubic bone, shortening the length of your belly muscles. Your low back will flatten towards the floor. Your navel presses back toward the spine. As you release, slowly and consciously relax the abdominal muscles. Try 2 or 3 more arch and flattens at your own pace. You are familiar with moving your shoulder blades in protraction and retraction. As a reminder, your shoulder blades are protracted when you are reaching out in front of you. Place your hands up in a perpendicular to the body. Gently lift them toward the ceiling. Retraction brings the position of the shoulder blades pressing back toward the floor, toward the spine. Move between protraction and retraction 2 more times. From this perpendicular to the ground position, gently allow the arms to move up over your head far enough to keep your pelvis steady. You can test moving the arms too far so you know what is right for you. Place a block or a pillow between your legs to see what it feels like to add stability as you move your arms up over the head. Try that 2 times. For even more stability, you can take a strap, tie it around your legs, right above the knees. Then move your hands over your head and try that 2 more times. Now you can remove the props and allow the legs to go long. Take several belly breaths. The next exploration for the shoulders is called beach ball arms. Your legs can go back to an effortless rest position. Do an arch and flatten to find a steady pelvis. And then place your arms in front of you like you're holding a beach ball. Imagine the beach ball expanding as your arms expand from the center line. Imagine to toss the ball really high in the air so you have time to cross your arms across the body and return to where you can catch the beach ball when it comes back down. Try this fun action several times, expanding the ball, tossing it higher so you can cross your arms more slowly, and then bringing the arms wide enough to catch the beach ball. Each time you cross, a different arm is placed on the top. Try 2 or 3 more beach ball arms. Catch and toss. Then relax your arms by your side and your legs to the ground. Turn to the side and remove the folded blanket or beach towel. Lay on the back with your arms and legs pointed like a 5-pointed star. Take a few belly breaths here as a transition. The next exploration gives you more opportunity to explore your shoulders. Bring your legs into an effortless rest. Allow your arms to relax by your side and your palms to be turned upward. As if you were doing snow angels, one arm at a time. Slowly bring one arm up by sliding it very slowly, inch by inch. Focus on the movement coming from the upper arm and the shoulder muscles. If needed, you can stop for a breath and go a little further. Move until you are at that first edge of where your body wants to move today. Then take a breath and slowly move the arm down, inch by inch, returning to the starting position. As you do the movement again, notice your shoulder blade. Feel how it moves into an upward rotation. Take a breath and bring the arm back down. Notice the downward rotation of the shoulder blade. Now that the mind is more aware of how the shoulder is moving, move at a speed that is right for you. If you feel bumps or shakiness, go slower. Work toward a smooth, continuous movement. Return to a relaxed position with your feet gently pressing into the floor. How does this shoulder feel compared to the other shoulder? Once again, as if you were doing snow angels with one arm at a time, slowly bring the other arm up by sliding it very slowly, inch by inch. Focus on the movement coming from the upper arm and the shoulder muscles. Stop for a breath if needed, and then go further. Go to the edge of where your body wants to move your arm today. Then take a breath and slowly move the arm down inch by inch, returning to the starting position. As you do this movement again, notice your shoulder blade. Observe how it moves into an upward rotation. Take a breath and bring the arm back down. Notice the downward rotation. Now you can move at the speed that is right for you. If you feel any bumps or shakiness, go slower. Work toward a smooth, continuous movement. Return to a relaxed position with your feet gently pressing into the floor. Now, how do your shoulders feel? In the spirit of making snow angels, move the arms and feet in and out a few times, as if you were laying back in the snow. Give thanks to your imagination for helping you to see yourself with a beach ball in one exploration and laying in the snow in another exploration. Roll to one side and come to a tabletop position. If you prefer, you can come to your feet and place your hands on a chair for tabletop. Move from cat to cow slowly several times and notice the mobility of the spine. Then come to the neutral position of table and step your hands forward. Come into a rocking table where you move between being forward and hinging back toward the ankles. If you are standing with the hands on the chair, the motion is the same, but it is more of a rocking plank. Rock back and forth. Feel the natural position of the spine when you hinge forward. Feel the strength in your core and the mobility of your shoulders. Both the shoulders and the hips have flexion and the spine is neutral. Move in that rocking table or rocking plank several more times. Curl the toes under and lift the hip bones up, drawing the navel in. Notice if the top of the shoulders are going toward the ears. If so, allow them to release. Remember to come up from the center so you are not over pushing with the arms. Keep the knees bent as much as needed. Drop back into table or plank. Come to the floor with the belly in crocodile. Slowly bring your arms back so they are like little grasshopper arms close to the body, and gently lifting from the back of the heart, allowing the head to naturally lift up into a cobra position. Drop back down and try that again. Notice how the back line is feeling now. If you over-rotate the shoulders, you will feel arching of the upper back. Curl your toes under and lift the hip bones up, drawing the navel up. Notice if the top of the shoulders are going up toward the ears. If so, allow them to release. Keep knees bent as much as needed. From this down dog position,
walk your feet toward your hands.
so the body is in a forward fold. Return upright to mountain pose. Let's try a flow called Sun Salutation L. Begin by checking for a steady, stable pelvis with an arch and flatten to find the most upright and buoyant position. Inhale, lift your arms up in a position that works for you, keeping a steady, stable pelvis. Exhale, fold forward, releasing to a chair, to blocks, or to the floor, with the back releasing all the way like a string of pearls. Inhale, right leg back to low lunge with the knee on the floor. Exhale, left foot back, bring the body into plank. Inhale, hold in plank. Exhale, knees, chin, and chest to the ground. Inhale to Cobra. Exhale into Downward Dog. Inhale, right leg forward to hands in a lunge position. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rise to mountain with the hands up. Exhale, fold forward, releasing to a chair, blocks, or the floor, with the back releasing like a string of pearls. Inhale, left leg back to low lunge with the knee on the floor. Exhale, right foot back to plank. Inhale, hold in plank. Exhale, knees, chin, and chest to the ground. Inhale to Cobra. Exhale to Down Dog. Inhale, left foot forward to hands for a lunge. Exhale, right foot forward. Return to a mountain pose. Now it's time to settle into a relaxed position on your back. Bring pillows or blankets as desired. Imagine you are in a yoga class and a buddy says, "I'm working on a forward fold. Do you have any tips for me?" Imagine in your mind how you might guide someone to do a forward fold. Here on this day of practice, with lots of experience of forward fold, you might have a pretty good idea. Now imagine they ask, "I'm working on the fourth Niyama. Do you have any tips for me?" Whoa, this is definitely new territory for me anyway, because so far we've looked at purity as a Niyama, contentment, and self-discipline. Today we touch on the fourth Niyama, which is self-study. It's a beginning look at the deeper meaning of self, using the metaphor of the body like a body of water, like an ocean. Consider that what we call ourself is really a wave in the ocean. Think about how a wave doesn't own or possess anything. It flows and takes different shapes. Allow yourself to feel the flow of waves as you relax and breathe. naturally. Given some time in contemplation, soon I will invite you to end today's practice. Begin by moving the body in whatever way that feels like flow for you. Find your way to a seated position. And give thanks for the awareness of self-study. Namaste. Now, as you rise from your mat, don't forget to eat more plants. You will feel and move better. Follow us for tips at flowingyen.com.